Indian culture is truly interesting and very, very rich. So
Yes.
it's really interesting to learn it as well.
Do you see how he's picking up
Oh,
the
yeah.
trashes? You see?
What?
Leaf. It's not even a trash.
Oh my god, you have Bollywood songs?
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes the cost of the number plate costs more than the car itself.
That's true, that's true.
Triple R. This is the best movie. I have watched it like twice.
So we are in Yuan Garden. This does feel like we're in the old times. That used to be a mud and a farmland just in 1990. And now So how many languages do you speak?
I could speak like 7.
What? Sorry. By the way, guys, we are in one of the French concessions.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's true,
area.
by the way.
It's China land, but France rules and France laws back in the day.
Yes.
And that's why you can see so many European buildings.
Yes, that's true.
And even though we are in Shanghai, it feels like we are in Europe.
Like European, yeah.
Yeah.
You see?
Oh my god. Wait, this is actually,
It's Louis Vuitton. And there is a sheep.
you know, when you said sheep, I
Yeah.
thought it'll be a meh.
No.
Wow, guys, just look at this crowd. Oh my god. If you see any European buildings in Shanghai, that means you're probably in Puxi.
Yeah, all of the European buildings are
Yeah.
located in this part of the city, Puxi. Yeah.
If you know the Bund
Yes.
in Punjabi, you know,
You
in,
speak
in
Punjabi?
no, but in
I
Indian.
know MC Punjabi.
Oh,
That's the favorite thing.
you know so much about Indian
Yeah,
culture.
Of course. And in Hindi, there are a lot of words which is similar to Kazakh language.
What?
Like love, it's mohabbat, right? In Hindi. In Kazakh, it's mahabat.
Yeah.
Yes. And for example, friendship is
Yeah.
dosta, right?
Those.
For us in Kazakh, it's dostuk.
Yeah. I collaborate with different nationality girls.
Yes.
And you know, when someone asks me what do I do for work,
Yes.
I say I'm a Indian delegate. I focus on informal communication. And you're also doing environmental engineering.
Yeah.
Indians are really good at engineering.
Yeah, I know that.
I think all the dots are connecting.
Yeah, maybe.
Look, even dots are there. Whoa.
That was good.
Do you see how he's picking up
Oh
the
yeah.
trashes? You
Yeah. These are the people I have so much respect.
see? Yeah, you see?
What?
Leaf. It's not even a trash.
I know this is a tourist area, but
Yes.
still it's very clean. Even when I was walking in the street, I always see these vehicles cleaning the sidewalks. And what is the air quality?
76 or something for today.
Uh-huh.
It's like yellow, she said.
And you can see, guys, this is like a French style buildings. So that's why Shanghai is like such a touristy attracted place, because there is two sides.
Shanghai is the combination of western and eastern part of the world. And we will go to the Jinan temple, so I think you would see like China.
Yeah. And if you guys are wondering when did the British colonize Shanghai or China, so basically Britain was taking silk and tea from China. But Britain did not have anything to give to China, so they made them addicted to this opium. It's a plant-based drug which makes you unproductive. And China was like, no, we don't want opium. And then the opium wars happened and China lost. They had to give up Chinese land for foreign countries. And that was the treaty written.
Okay, I see.
After some time, we're going to go to the future to show the comeback. And there you see a bull. The bull actually shows that Shanghai is a finance city. And the interesting thing about finance and stock market is that whenever a stock goes up, it actually shows red in the Chinese stock market,
Yes.
because China,
Red is the luck.
yeah.
Red color is the luck.
And you guys, you can see this wet street, right? It's not because it was raining. There are literal cars.
Which is cleaning up the road.
That's kind of
It's
fascinating.
happening everywhere in Shanghai, even in rural areas of Shanghai.
Wow.
Okay, the old president of China, to show his love to his wife, because his wife really loved these trees, he decided to grow up these trees all over the China.
It's everywhere in Shanghai.
Yes,
Look at all these trees, guys. All these trees are planted.
because of the name of love.
Wow. Okay, you okay? In India, we just
Help to everyone.
and guys, you can see the green number plates are all electric cars, and the blue number plates requires petrol. You have to often pay twice the amount, and sometimes the cost of the number plate costs more than the car itself.
And you have to stay on the line to get the number, and sometimes it takes for like years. Maybe.
Yeah. How safe is it, China, for you?
For example, in Kazakhstan, it's not safe to go after like 8 p.m., 9, 10 p.m. especially. But here in China, you could be like at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., just walk around by yourself and girl, and nobody gonna touch you, nobody gonna even approach you, on the streets. So it's very safe. Because of the cameras. Look at the cameras here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cameras just in one place.
We were just walking, and this part looks so interesting. Can we go over here?
Yes. Look at how they're hanging out their clothes.
How did they even get there? Look how clean the streets are. The thing is that I want to judge the place honestly, and obviously tourist places, they keep it clean and stuff. But these are the real places of China. And guys, it's very, very quiet here. This is the famous vehicle. Where it's almost like a car, almost like a mini car.
You see about recycling.
Oh, I didn't even recognize this. Ni hao.
Residual.
Yeah,
You
this
said
is.
ni hao to us. It's so nice.
Yeah, there are 3 types of waste. This is residual waste, and you can see.
Most of the times they would just go and clean up by themselves, like
Yeah,
manually.
I like when things are not going in plan. Like how we just went into the street and learned about their trash management, because that's not what tourists are meant to see.
Yes, that's true.
There's a post box here. This is
This is post.
China Post.
Oh yeah, this is post.
Ah, interesting. Just look at the style of the grandpa and his camera. And this is like how I want to be when I grow old. And the way he's pointing up. This is very famous spot, I guess. The part we just explored, it's Puchi. And this is like European style.
Yes.
But we are going way before that. Before the colonization happened, there was a circular wall around the city. And this part is called Yuan. How do I say that?
Yuan Garden.
Yuan Garden. Guys, her mother tongue is not Chinese, but her pronunciation is so good. And Chinese pronunciation has like, what, 5 or 10?
4 tones.
Yeah. And you can say the same word, but different tone, and it would mean something else.
Different words. That's true.
Growing up, did you watch any Indian movies?
Yeah, Bollywood is the thing that we was growing up in Kazakhstan,
I see.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh,
I have songs, yeah.
oh my God, you have Bollywood songs?
Yeah, sure.
Dil Hai Tumhara. Look at this. I can feel your pain, but I can't relate to your pain. I really like their attire. They're wearing cowboy hat.
Yeah,
I know you couldn't see, but just telling.
I saw that when I jumped.
So, what is this temple?
This temple called like Dinan Temple, this temple was built in the area of 3 kingdoms of China back in like 1700 years ago, and it has like golden plates. It's not maybe real gold, but some part of that it's made from gold.
And this is a Buddhist temple.
Yeah, this is the Buddhist temple.
And Buddhism came from Nepal, then spread to India, and
Yes.
then to China. Even in the back in the days, there was trade networks existed. And mostly in these trade networks, right? It was not just about goods, but it's the ideas. And that's how Buddhism, spread all over Thailand and
Vietnam.
yes, all over Southeast Asia. But imagine, okay, in the olden days, all you see is the same type of people every day, and then suddenly you see a monk appearing, and when the monk shares the wisdom, you want to hear, and that's how stories were being told. They were mostly told from grandparents to the grandkids. That's one thing I'm realizing in this internet free information revolution, is that the lost respect for the old
Generation?
Yeah, there is no mystery involved.
Oh,
you know?
I see. So everything, like all information and knowledge are accessible nowadays. So that's why there is no like mystery.
Yeah,
And that's
mystery.
why we're not asking advices from like older generation.
Exactly. They treat ChatGPT like their grandparents.
Oh, I got you. What do you mean? I got
I'm
you.
guilty of that too. Look how much crowd there is, guys. Look at how many lines there are. So this is the futuristic side, and this is the history side. And right now we have so far explored the history side. So this is the Bund.
Yes.
Guys, by the way, I have used Maglev, the train. It was
6 minutes, right? 50 kilometers over 6 minutes you could reach.
and it was so fast.
Yeah, from
And
here.
I've seen many people in the internet, they balance the coin on top of the train. I tried to do it, it did not work. So don't believe internet, guys. I was also checking for a washroom. There is no washroom.
Yes.
Why do we need a washroom if the train is 6 minutes?
6 minutes. That's true. That's true.
It says maglev, right? It's magnetic.
Magnetic.
And if you remember when we were kid, right? We were always thinking, why don't we just put a magnet on top
Yes.
and just go,
Oh yeah.
like in cartoons,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
right?
Yes.
Someone actually came up with an invention.
Yes. Oh,
You
yeah.
understand?
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
And apparently that used to be the fastest
Yeah.
train.
In the world.
It's
450 or 470, I guess, if I'm not mistaken.
How smart is this girl? Oh my god.
Thank you.
And even Shanghai had the world's fastest elevator,
Yeah.
where it would go from the bottom to the top floor in the Shanghai Tower. So people were literally bleeding from their nose, so they decreased the speed.
Really?
Yeah. So those are like lockers, which are very convenient. You can leave the luggage here, and you can come. Do you see this metro line? It looks very futuristic.
Yes. So about actually Chinese language. So for example, for the world it's English, right?
yeah.
But for China, it's Mandarin Chinese, which is called like Putonghua. It is mean like a standardized Chinese language.
Yeah.
But actually, since China is one of the biggest countries in the world, it has different dialects.
Okay.
So same as India. So
Ah.
different dialects, they don't understand each other. So to let them speak with each other, all Chinese people, they have this simplified Chinese Mandarin language.
Thank you for giving me knowledge. Okay, she knows so many facts about Shanghai. She was telling me that was the tallest building in Shanghai.
In China,
Oh,
and I guess it's 9th or 10th place in the world.
hello. So we are in Yu Yuan Garden. Back in those days, it's called Yu Yuan Bazaar. This is the old Shanghai, even before the colonization of foreign countries. China used to be a very, very rich country,
Yes.
especially before the war and everything. Even India.
Yes.
India and the China were like the two powerhouses
Yes.
because they had so many resources.
Yes.
But what Europe has was technology, and they had guns. China was the one who made gunpowder,
Yes.
and then the Europe took the gunpowder and turned it into a gun. We're going to have some food.
Yes.
I want to try some Chinese food, okay? Something that's very authentic.
Okay. We could go like inside of this.
This does feel like we're in the old times. And I'm so happy
Yeah, me too.
that you're making me experience Chinese culture. And guys, you see this everywhere, this type of line. You see this not only markets, but in metros and everything.
Everywhere.
And this is for blind people, for them to navigate. So this is pork and shrimp dumplings with soup. And this is Beijing special yogurt.
Yes, this is
Soup?
noodles. Yeah, with soup.
Yeah,
It's like rice noodles, rice noodles.
nice. So right now we are going to the Huangpu River
Yes.
and we are taking a boat.
Yes.
Guys, it's the same time where the sunset will happen. While the sun is setting, the moon is rising to show the metaphorically
Yes.
old Shanghai
Oh, that's true. Actually.
and the new Shanghai
Yes.
to
Yes.
show the contrast between the China's comeback
Yes.
of the centuries after the wars. We are going to a land where in 1990 it was just farm and mud, but now the most richest city in
China.
China. You can basically rent it from your phone itself.
Yes. You could easily scan it, and for like 40 minutes or 1 hour of riding, you would spend like maybe 2 or 3 yuan.
Interesting.
It's really convenient thing to use.
And you can see he's because it's winter and it's so cold here, he's covering himself with the jacket. Zero noise and is already gone, and it has a speed limit. So wow. So guys, this is a separate lane for bicycles, and that's a separate lane
For bikes too.
Yeah, and people walking.
When in China they do construction of the new buildings,
Yeah.
they cover it properly, so the view of the city will not gonna be like awful because of that, and the things will not gonna fly away because of the winds.
Yeah.
And so it's very like convenient and mindful of them, I guess.
Look at this view.
That's amazing, you know. Like for 3 years I have been living here,
Yeah.
and always impressed by this view.
This is Bund.
Bund, yeah, it's the Bund.
So do you know where the word Bund came from?
Actually, I don't know.
It came from India.
Really?
Yeah, due to British colonization.
Uh-huh.
Bund actually means riverfront
Oh, wow.
in India. And when British used to trade near the sea,
Yes.
they used to say Bund. And the word
Wow.
came from here.
To Shanghai too. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. That makes sense a lot.
This side is
This side is old town of Shanghai.
yeah, this is Puxi.
Yeah.
And this is where the British concessions and the French concessions were there. And concession means basically it's China land, but British laws.
Yes.
But that side, you know,
This is Pudong.
the futuristic side.
Yes.
And that used to be a mud and a farmland
That's true.
just in 1990. We are in the middle of one of the most famous places.
In the world.
Yeah. And look how quiet it is.
It's very quiet. Even though how many cars you would see, it's very quiet. And how many people, no matter, it's very quiet here.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know, do you know that? But in China, there are 56 different minorities of the China. So one of the minority of China located in Xinjiang province, and there are like 3 million Kazakh people living there. Yeah,
Wow.
because we, Kazakhstan and China, share the same border, so that's why there are lots of people. And that's why people mistake that I'm Chinese. Yeah.
We just bought the tickets and it's 2 yuan, which is very cheap,
Yes.
and that's why it's so crowded. And once we get on the bridge, we are about to enter the future,
Yes, that's true.
metaphorically,
Yes.
analytically, historically. They won the top spot. You can see all the European style buildings, and this all used to be farm and mudland in the 1990s. This is not just tourist attraction boat, but it's also a boat where normal people travel across the sea. And it only took 5 minutes to get from here to here, and it was pretty fast. Wow. Just look at this. The amount of phones, oh my god. I shouldn't be saying that. Tallest building in China. Let's go. So this is the double-decker bus for
Let's
tourists.
go up, up, up.
Guys, just look. Oh my god. That's the finance market related. And you can see the tower. It's getting closer. So one thing China really does well is that it copies. You know, in Chinese culture, copying is learning.
Yes.
And it copies from the Western, whatever works. One city design works, they're going to copy the same city design to 20 other cities.
Yes.
And that's the strength of Chinese, which is that they always do it in mass and they do it in a cheap way. And that's how they have really like used industrialization to grow
This kind of cities.
Yeah, the fastest. One more thing is that Shanghai is a city that the government directly controls. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when the government controls directly,
Yes.
whenever there's a law passing by, there's no middleman. There is no state or province acceptance. It's fast.
It means the growing also going very fast, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's true. Actually, I have never
And-
think about that.
And also, if you see, the most of the land in the cities is owned by the government.
Yes.
And because of that, you can't buy a land, but you can buy a house for almost 70 years
Yes. Yes. That's true.
and lease it. So this means that whatever the government wants to plan, there is no litigations or land issues. And so everything moves with speed here. And China is all about speed. And that's their strength. Oh my god, that place just light up. And the guy started singing. It's the butterflies. Wow. You have to teach me a dance now.
Yeah. But I know
Okay. Hey,
this movements.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I know this movements, and I know like this. No.
Oh yeah, you're
that?
good, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this.
Okay, okay. So what's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Dariga Davlet Kızı.
So guys, we came to eat and we are trying Lebanon food.
Yes.
I took shakshuka and shawarma and
And-
you took
Kofte kebab.
wow. And guys, this thing in this cold weather, it's giving such a warm and I really like this. Yeah, it's like a heater that's very convenient. And we are like in Luzhuazue,
Yes.
which is very famous,
It's the
expensive.
financial end area of China.
Yeah, and it's very expensive, right?
That's very expensive place.
So this thing cost 50 yuan. This one also 50, and this one cost around 100.
yeah.
Even in the most richest place, city of China, food is still somewhat more,
Affordable.
affordable.
And when I was graduating from my high school back in 2023 in Kazakhstan, in small town where is like living 300,000 people, we was dancing for our high school concert for our graduation ceremony.
Yes. And she's the one in the pink dress over
Yes.
here. That's crazy. Somewhere in Kazakhstan, they're playing Bollywood songs and they're dancing. How unique is that? Oh, she told me she watched.
RRR, right?
No way.
Triple R.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. This is the best movie. I have watched it like twice with whole my family. It's like lasting for 3 hours, if I'm not mistaken, and it's so amazing. The people, how they're dancing, and the culture, and it's binding with the history of India as well, and it's so like very very eye-capturing, to be honest. The way the culture, how it's represented there.
The Triple R is actually from Tollywood,
Okay.
which is Telugu movie.
Oh.
But it does not matter. You know what? India
Yes.
is winning. The culture is spreading, and I'm proud of that. And so what? if I feel validated.
Of
So,
course,
yeah,
you have to be proud of your
yeah, I'm
country.
proud of my movies getting out, so it's totally fine. Wow.
Indian culture is truly interesting and very, very rich. So
Yes.
it's really interesting to learn it as well.
And she's been not only saying that, you know, on camera, but off camera. Everything we are speaking about is Indian culture, and she's talking about the movies that she watched and everything, like how in Kazakh she grew up with the movies. She's really fascinated with Indian culture and she wants to travel.
Visit to India. It's
Yes.
really beautiful
Yeah.
country.
So you're welcome.
Thank you
I-
so much.
I will show you around,
Thank you.
your family around.
Thank you.
I will be your
inshallah.
tour guide.
Dhanyavad Abi so much for this really cool experience today.
How do I say thank you in Kazakhstan?
Rahmet.
Rahmet, mashallah.